The WWE has a long and storied history on putting on some of the most exciting and memorable matches in wrestling history. One of the most thrilling and dangerous matches in the WWE's history is the TLC, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs match. This match involves using tables, ladders, and chairs as weapons to sometimes retrieve a hanging object or just destroy your opponent, which has led to it becoming one of the most popular and exciting matches in WWE history. In this video, we explore the story behind WWE's TLC and how it has become one of the most beloved matches in history. One of the first ever TLC matches to take place was held in 1999 at No Mercy. The match featured two tag teams, the Hardy Boys and the who all competed in a tag team match where they absolutely destroyed their bodies. Although this particular match wasn't officially called TLC, the match was a resounding success and quickly became a fan favorite, which also ultimately led to the first ever tables match in WWE history, as the Hardys once again took on the Dudleys at the Royal Rumble just a short few months later, in which was also a classic match. The match was nothing but fun, non-stop spots coming after one another, and until Jeff ultimately got his team with the win with a crazy Swanton bomb that still gets talked about till this day. The story behind the creation of the TLC match is an interesting one. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, the WWE was in the midst of the Attitude Era, a time when the company was known for pushing the boundaries of what was acceptable in the professional wrestling industry, which caused the WWE to look for ways to create matches that would be more exciting and dangerous, and that would appeal to the fans' desire for more violence and chaos. And the TLC match hit every check on that list. Also around this time, the WWE had a great group of young and hungry wrestlers who were known for their willingness to take risks and perform dangerous stunts in the ring. These wrestlers were the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys. They were often involved in matches that featured weapons and didn't hold back not one bit when it came to putting their bodies on the line. They would all compete in numerous TLC matches that are all still held in high regard and helped pave the road for what a TLC match should consist of, as some of the WWE's highest rated matches ever come from the matches that these three teams put on. The first ever official TLC match to take place was held at SummerSlam in 2000, and from start to finish, these three teams had the crowd in a frenzy. For 20 minutes straight, they legit said fuck it and went all out. Literally everyone that was involved in this match took some type of crazy bump, and just this match alone has given fans a bunch of moments to look back on. The match ultimately ended when Edge and Christian pulled the titles down, which made the crowd erupt in boos, as SummerSlam that year took place in the Hardys' home state of North Carolina. And with TLC 1 being so successful, there was absolutely no reason not to do another, as at WrestleMania 17, which is in some people's eyes the greatest WrestleMania of all time, the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys would defy the odds and have another TLC match that was even better than their first. The match also provided some great all-time moments, such as Jeff Hardy swanton bombing off a ladder and Edge pulling off one of the greatest highlights ever when he speared Jeff Hardy while being almost 20 feet in the air. The match also saw interferences from Spike Dudley, Lita, and Rhino, who helped Edge and Christian once again win TLC. After this great match at Mania, there would be two more TLC matches that took place, and they took place on Raw and SmackDown, and both of these matches are pretty underrated and worth the watch. After these two TLC matches, fans wouldn't get a proper TLC match until almost 4 years later in 2006, when Edge vs. Ric Flair happened on once again an episode of Raw. And if you ask me, I have no idea why Ric Flair was in a TLC match in 2006. And after years and years of TLC matches consisting of stars like The Undertaker, Edge, Jeff Hardy, CM Punk, and even John Cena, WWE decided to say fuck it and just dedicate a whole pay-per-view to TLC. As in December of 2009, WWE put on their first annual Tables, Ladders, and Chairs pay-per-view. The card usually sees stars compete in matches that range from chairs matches all the way up to TLC. How WWE's TLC came about is extremely fascinating, as it illustrated the company's willingness to push the boundaries of what was acceptable in wrestling. And overnight, the match became one of WWE's most beloved, and now over 20 years later, regardless of how dangerous it might be, it will always be a fan favorite.